I'm at Levi Stadium watching the NFL draft. The top 10 picks just finished. Here's my instant analysis of them. With the first pick, the Carolina Panthers took Bryce Young, and they now have the best quarterback in the NFC South. No disrespect to Derek Carr. Look out for the Panthers. They won 4 of their last 6 games with Sam Darnold last year. Now they have a legit quarterback. No disrespect to Sam Darnold. With the second pick, the Houston Texans took quarterback C.J. Stroud from Ohio State. Good pick. Good start to the DeMeco Ryans era in Houston. And the funny thing is now DeMeco has a better quarterback than Kyle Shanahan, as does Robert Saleh. No disrespect to Kyle. With the third pick, the Arizona Cardinals traded down with the Houston Texans, who moved up to pick again. They traded the 12th pick, the 33rd pick, and a first-round pick next year. That's what you really need to know to move up for Will Anderson, pass rusher from Alabama. It's a very expensive move up for a non-quarterback. Now, the Texans got their quarterback in C.J. Stroud, but that's basically the Trey Lance trade, and it could be more expensive considering that first-round pick next year that Houston gave up could be a top 10 pick because Houston's awful. So that one could blow up in DeMeco Ryans' face. With the fourth pick, the Indianapolis Colts took Anthony Richardson, which warms my little heart. So glad they didn't take Will Levis, that guy who eats bananas with the peel on it. Wow, that's weird. Anthony Richardson, great athlete, in the perfect system for him, which is the Philly system. Indy hired that offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen. They have a great running back in Jonathan Taylor. Between him and Anthony Richardson, that team could lead the league in rushing this year. With the 5th pick in the draft, the Seattle Seahawks shocked everyone and didn't take Jalen Carter. Instead, they took Devin Witherspoon, cornerback from Illinois. I love this pick. Why take a defensive tackle who's not really a pass rusher, who also has lots of character concerns, when you could take a shutdown cornerback who plays 100% of the snaps? Defensive tackles play in a rotation. I love this pick. Good job, Pete Carroll and the Seahawks. They now have their best secondary since they won a Super Bowl. With the 6th pick, the Detroit Lions traded down with the Arizona Cardinals, who moved from 3 to 12 and then back up to 6 to take offensive tackle Paris Johnson. Great move for the Cardinals, who absolutely needed another offensive lineman. Too bad they drafted him a year after Kyler Murray blew out his knee. With the 7th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders took Tyree Wilson, a edge rusher with pedestrian college numbers who didn't test at the combine and is also a little older and a project. Such a Raiders pick. This is a guy who in a few years most likely will sign with the 49ers for a 1-year deal so he can work with Chris Kasarik and revive his career. The 8th pick, the Atlanta Falcons took Texas running back Bijan Robinson, who might be the top-rated offensive player in this draft, but still, he's a running back. And with the 8th pick, you're hoping you get someone who is a franchise cornerstone, someone you give 2, maybe 3 contracts to. And how many contracts is a running back going to get? Probably 1. With the 9th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles traded up 1 spot with the Bears to take Jalen Carter, who, as I mentioned earlier, didn't have many sacks in college. He had 6, and also dropped primarily because of character concerns. That being said, the Eagles have a very tight veteran locker room that probably be able to handle him, and also they don't need pass rush. They have the best pass rush in the league. They let Javon Hargrave go because he's poor against the run. Now they get a dominant run defender who will pair up with their first-round pick from last year, Jordan Davis, who's a dominant run defender and also went to Georgia, so it makes sense for them. With the 10th pick, the Chicago Bears took offensive tackle Darnell Wright, who's going to protect Justin Fields. It's really heartwarming to see the Bears actually join the 21st century and understand that offense is more important than defense.